Hey, it's George. This is going to be another Vinyl Finds. It's been maybe 3 weeks since I did my last video. I've been trying to do one once a week, but there's just been stuff going on, and I haven't really felt in the mood. And I've been kind of busy with a couple shows, and but Doctor and the Kid, the live stream, finished tonight, and I don't know. Afterwards, I just kind of felt in the right mood, and the best live stream in the vinyl community. And yeah, so I made me feel like doing a video. Um, there's there was a pop-up kind of record fair meet sort of thing, pretty small here in town lately, and I got quite a few from there. I went a little overboard, but this isn't that. This is just other miscellaneous stuff I've acquired. So I thought I'd show you these. So first I'll show you. You might have seen footage of did I upload? I think I put some pictures up in the community tab of a recent show, the Girl Trouble 40th anniversary, and I got some cool stuff from there. I got their 2 set lists from both sets, and they had these little pamphlets going around that were kind of like the the concert program. It's got all the guest singers that sang with them for their first set. Tom Price from the U-Men, Michael Maker from the Makers, Riri from Head, Dick Rossetti, who was a local DJ in the 90s, radio personality, and he was also in a couple bands. Yeah. So that was a really, really fun show. Anyway. Oh, and they gave out some free pins. They gave out a Girl Trouble 40th anniversary pin, and then they gave out a Girl Trouble 40th anniversary. I don't know if you can see that. Girl Trouble Super Fan. I got the Super Fan pin, so I was pretty excited about that. Anyway, I'll show you a couple of the 45s I got first. This one, I was just, perusing on Discogs, and it was really cheap, and I just had to get it. Maybe my favorite Cramps song, Kiss My Ass, from 1986 off, what's the Date with Elvis. Ivy on backing vocal, and it's, I think, a French pressing on a New Rose. The B-side is Give Me a Woman. And yeah, this is one of my all-time, not their usual sound, but one of my all-time favorite Cramps songs. So I was really, really happy to get that. And it was by it was on Discogs from Grapefruit Records out of Omaha, Nebraska. And it was very cheap, especially for being a French pressing and for being a Cramps record. And they shipped it great. And yeah, it was cool. And then this one I found at actually an antique mall, and that's Beat Surrender by the Jam, backed with Shopping. And I think this was their last single. Maybe Bitter's Pill was their last. I think this was last. And this is a awesome song. It kind of points to where Paul Weller would go in Style Council. But yeah, Beat Surrender is one of my favorite Jam songs too, I'd say. So Beat Surrender. And then the records. This one I showed, I think, in the Goth video. And that's Samhain, or Samhain if you want to, sound all cool. Intuitum. Not sure how to say that. This is from I don't know what year, the mid 80s. This is a bootleg reissue. They go for a lot of money now. I won't go a ton into this because I talked about what I thought of it in that. It's good. It doesn't have the kind of immediate punchy catchiness of the early Misfit albums, but I do like it. I think I just need some more time with it, and I think they have an EP and then another full length. So I'm not sure if I'll go any further, but this is a good album. So yeah, Samhain. This was one of the only Elvis Costello albums I was missing. This is Spike And this is from an antique mall too, like the Jam 7-inch. And I've seen this before. You see it every once in a while. It's from '89, so it's kind of, you don't see it a ton, but it's never that expensive. But I have been looking for, this is so dorky. I've been looking for one with the hype sticker, okay? I wanted this kind of cool promotional sticker, and every time I saw it, it didn't have that. But the first time I ever saw one, I didn't buy it, and it did have the promo sticker. So I was like, I feel like I gotta wait for, and it finally paid off. It's a real nice copy. It's a promo copy, and this is from '89. I think it's his first album with Warner Brothers, and it's about half of the songs on here are co-written with Paul McCartney, like Veronica, Pads, Paws, and Claws, a few other songs. I think people kind of maybe dismiss this album because of the production. It is dated, but to me, I don't know if this makes sense. It's not dated in a bad way. I really like some. This Town is great. Let 'Em Dangle, Dark Truthful Mirror, Veronica, God's Comic is great. Tramp Down the Dirt, Last Boat Leaving. The only thing that kind of disappointed me about this is I have the CD of it, and the CD has a song called Coal Train Robberies, and Coal Train Robberies is one of my favorite songs on the album, and I think because the album was too long, they had to cut the album down because it was released on CD first, so they cut it down for vinyl, and they took that song out, and I love that song. So I was a little disappointed about that, but this is a really cool album from '89. I don't think that cover maybe would fly nowadays, but I think it's a great cover with him being like taxidermy on the wall, and it says the beloved entertainer, and I think it's got a insert with it. Anyway, I was really happy to find this with all the hype sticker and all that nerdy junk. Anyway, Elvis Costello, Spike. Now I think the only ones I really need are Mighty Like a Rose and Brutal Youth. I really like Brutal Youth a lot. Anyway, this next one is also from an antique mall, but different antique mall, and that's the Undertones, their first album. This is a US, I don't know if it's first, but it's a early pressing from 79, 78, 79. And this is good, kind of, the Undertones, kind of that slightly power poppy punk sound. And that reminds me, I want to give another shout out to Hyper Viper 1. He does really great videos. I've been watching all through his back catalog, and he's great, but mainly because he's at 95 subscribers. If, five people who watch my channel went over to his, he'd get 100. So go subscribe to him and get him to 100. Anyway, Undertones. And I really liked, what were the other songs? Jimmy Jimmy and Listen In. I Know a Girl, She's a Runaround. Those are my favorites off that. And that's on Sire 2. And did I show the inner sleeve? Yeah. So yeah, that been looking for that for a while, so happy to finally find that. Undertones. The next two are from another show I went to, and I uploaded footage from that too, and that's let me try to pronounce it right. Lules. It's not Les Lules, it's Lules. This is their most recent album from 2023 on Slovenly Records. This is really a great album. Kind of a they kind of have a 77 kind of pogo punk thing going on, but maybe with kind of a garage rock kind of estrus tinge almost. Kind of like if the best way I can think to describe this is if the Kids were on Estrus Records in the 90s. But yeah, it's really great. Some of the songs are in French. They're from France, and they did an all ages show. I'd never heard of them before, and I was like, oh, I listened to some online. I was like, that's really good. So I went and saw them, and they were very nice. It's on this kind of yellow vinyl that kind of reminds me of those old children's records, and it's got this kind of insert with lyrics and a picture of them. But yeah, this is a really great record. For me, I have kind of a hard time recalling songs if they're not in English. But so I don't remember any ones that. Oh, Zero Ambition, that was a good one. I think that was partially in English, maybe. But a lot of this is in French. But it's really, really good. Kind of just, like I already described it. Yeah, this is a great album. And I got that from the show, and I also got their album before this from 2018. I don't know what this one's called. The last one was called... Well, I can't say that because this is French. I don't know how to say that. I think this one's just self-titled. And this is from 2018, and also in Slovenly. And this has more English songs. This has Supermarket is great. Bad Attitude. 7 a.m. is good. Meet the Man. This is... I think this maybe is a little more raw than the other one, but they're both very, very good. When these guys were on stage, they had so much energy. It was crazy. They were just, they really blew me away. 2 guitar players, one guy playing lead, one dude switched off on vocals with the bass player. Really, really great stuff. And I talked to them after the show. The bass player, Taboy, spoke very good English, and I could understand him. The other 3 guys, I had no idea what they were saying, but they were very nice, and they signed my album. Yeah, they were really great. I hope they come to the U.S. again, locally, and I'd really like to see them again. So check this out, Lules. Really, really good stuff. And the last one was kind of a grail for me. And I'll play you a little bit of it at the end. And I'll play a little Lules too. But this is from 1980 on Albatross Records. And that's The Heats. I had seen this... Well, this is a power pop band from Seattle. To me, something about local music is particularly interesting. And to have a local... power pop band that did have some like commercial success. They had what was the single off this? I Don't Like Your Face. Got some radio play, I believe, and they were originally called the Heaters, and then there was another band called the Heaters, and they had to change it to the Heats. And then some of these guys went into another band that I can't remember the name of. Another power pop group, and then I have no idea what happened to them after that. But this is kind of expensive. I saw this once in Seattle on a trip to Seattle for $75, and I wasn't going to pay that. So I saw this for about half that, and I jumped on it, and it was a little expensive for me, but it's really, 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 really good. So let me play you some of this. Not Lules, the Heats from 1980 from Seattle.
coat. Don't call her name or light a smoke. So here's to you. I don't like your face. I don't like your face. You might be cool some other place, but I don't like your face. And now that you're older, you think that you know her. But there's one thing that you should know. She's had all those lines before. So here's to you. Here's to you.
Anyway, this is a really great album. This is great the whole way through too. It's not just this one song. Kind of, you know, the obvious comparison is a little Paul Collins beat. It's kind of sounding, but yeah, this is a really great record. So pick this up. Anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know how many people watch this because it's Saturday night and tomorrow's Easter. But if you do watch this, thanks. I appreciate it. Bye.